Yo, Pubs, mute your mic real quick.
Okay. What's up? I mean, I'm like, all right, got you.
I know what I gotta do now. Hold on.
Dude, I can't.
Yo, take it, I gotta do this webinar.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm excited to be on here with a couple, phenomenal leaders as well. Just to let you guys know, we're gonna get this thing going in about 2 minutes. We got a lot more people filtering in, so we're just gonna give it about 2 minutes, and we'll get this thing started. So make sure you guys got, pen and paper and a notebook, and we're ready to launch this thing off. But I'm excited, and we got a lot of good content and a lot of good value to throw down to your guys' way. So we'll get started here in just a second.
Hey, Harry, go ahead and announce to everybody, dude. I just got a text from somebody that we're muted. Make sure to everybody that they can hear us.
I'm not muted. I'm unmuted right now.
All right, cool. So everybody can hear us right now? We're good.
Can you hear everybody? I can't hear everybody. I don't think I can hear everybody as the admin on the call.
Okay, yeah, I was saying I got a text from somebody on my team that said we're muted right now.
Can you get confirmed that they can hear us right now?
Yeah, let me ask them. Yo, can you guys hear me now? Yeah. All right, cool.
We're good?
Yo, I think somebody saw me talking in the background. They thought I was supposed to be speaking.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you wanna get this thing going? Is Mike ready to go?
Mike is ready to go. Let's do it.
All right. Let's do it. Where's McGuire at?
Yo, he's ready to go. You want me to throw him on?
All right, let's get it going. All right, happy Sunday, holy shit, everybody just joined it. All right, happy Sunday, everybody, guys. I'm excited to be on this call. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Harrison Bagdon. I'm a presidential leader here in VEMA. I've been involved with the company now for about 2 years. And obviously, if you guys don't know, my buddy Ian Puglione, who you're going to hear from in a little bit, just a little background on what's going on this call. Ian and myself, we've been working at this thing literally since day one together. We've been at this thing since day one, and we were at I was at Next Level Leadership. One of the royal ambassadors in the company, his name is J.D. Phillips. He asked 3 questions. He said, 1, when was your business doing the best? 2, when was your business doing the worst? And 3, what were you doing during both of those times? And I got back to the drawing boards. I said, you know what? When business was really doing the absolute best is when Ian and I were working together, grinding together, hosting training calls, and really putting our heads together to provide some value to the team. So I'm excited with this call. I've got some great stuff to throw with you. I know Ian does as well. But before we get into this call, we got a quick success story that we want to introduce you guys to, just so you guys can meet somebody that hasn't been in it as long, but they're seeing some great success. So with that, Ian, if you want to go ahead and bring on Mike McGuire, 21-year-old kid out there in Florida with my buddy Ian Puglione, just smash through the rank of gold. And we're excited to have him on here with us tonight. So, Mike, did you make it on the call with us?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me on.
For sure, dude. Well, we're excited to have you on here, man. We're excited for this call. But what I wanted to do, man, is kind of do a little interview with you. So maybe some people can kind of see, what steps you took to get to where you're at. Somebody that hasn't been in the business as long as myself and Ian, and really show that newest person, what it takes to get to where you're at right now. So the first thing I want to know is obviously you were probably just a pretty much average college student, going to school, working a job, and I know you went from 2 cycles to over 17 cycles in 2 months, or 1 rank advancement. That takes a lot of work, man. That's a big feat. So what I want to know, or what I want you to tell everybody, is what did you make as a transition from just kind of being an average college kid doing the whole party scene to really developing into a leader and an inspiration to others? What steps did you take to get there?
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it, Harrison. The biggest thing, in my opinion, I was a born leader. I took control of my business. I think everyone's got to do that if they want to see any type of success in life, anything they're doing. But the biggest thing for me, like you said, I was an average kid working a full-time job, going to school full-time. And honestly, in this business, I think you have to have an extreme level of desire. And that's exactly what I had. I had a very high desire level, and I said, I'm not trying to work this job forever, and I'm not trying to graduate college making, terrible money. So I just had a desire, and I saw this as an outlet of where I could do that. I saw the people around me making the thing. So I just had a high desire level. I took control of my business. Leadership was already there. And, the biggest thing that I saw with my business jump, in terms of leadership and taking control of my business was I started doing my own calls. So I remember when I was first, the bronze, silver level, and kind of always relying on my buddy Ian to do my calls, or maybe another upline leader. I just said, I asked a few different people their advice if I should do my own calls. They said, just do it. And, at first, I fell on my face just like everyone does. But, I just started doing my own calls, and before I know it, it was turned into a more efficient business where I could bang out my calls, whether it was for myself or someone on my team, where they didn't have to wait for anybody else and lose a potential prospect.
For sure. So would you say the biggest thing that really drove you into a leadership role was just overall desire?
Straight up.
Because I think that's what it is for me. Everybody says that leaders are born and they're not created, and I disagree. I truly believe that leaders are created, and when you have enough desire to go to the top, you understand that you're going to have to run your own business, and it's the desire that drove you through there.
Hell yeah, I agree.
Cool. So being so young, 21 years old, right? 21 years old myself.
Yes.
What do you do? Like, what do you do on a daily basis to manage such a big group of people? What do you do to lead such a big group of people? I know you mentioned you do your own calls, but where would you say you're plugged in on the most? Do you do a lot of conference calls, webinars like this, ooVoo, Skype, Google Hangouts? What would you say you do to not only stay organized, but also really, really lead and pull such a large group of people at such a young age?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing in any relationship or any business is communication. So you got to be on a consistent communication with your team and your uplines, downlines, everybody. That way, all the information is being relayed, and you could have a full success for your business. But the biggest thing is I know a lot of people are making different transformations from ooVoo to Hangouts or any meetings or these new webinars. So I'm kind of just floating in the mix right now. We've been using a lot of ooVoos. And I honestly personally like three-way calls the most. I think they're extremely efficient. And you just, we're using this new Bronze 7 Days that, Adam and Ian and Cesar Lopez set up for us. Basically where, you're getting them through this exposure pipeline, throwing a success story on, kind of answer any questions on a three-way call. And kind of just, that way they have 3 exposures and people are ready to make a buying decision. But I think the biggest thing is communication. So I reach out to my people on a daily basis, see what I can do for them. That's what Darren Hardy says. Call them up, see what you can do for them to see what their business needs. Because honestly, everyone's going through a different stage and have different problems, whether it's different prospect or having different success. Maybe they could give something back to me that I could fix on my business. But communication, I call them every single day, see what they need, and we go from there.
Absolutely, I really could not agree more. Communication is everything, guys. Look at the name of this business, right? BK calls it social network marketing, right? So if we're not socially networking with our business every day, we're missing 2/3 of the business model. Guys, social networking doesn't just mean posting on Facebook and saying, all right, guys, we got a home event at 8 o'clock tonight, or all right, guys, we got a training call tonight. It's exactly what Mike just said. You got to reach down to them. You got to be connected with them on a personal level. Call them every day. Talk to them face to face every day and make sure we're taking this business model to the fullest. Because if all we're doing is home events or all we're doing is the three-way call, you're doing the marketing part of it, but you're missing the social networking part, guys. We're creating a network, and we got to make sure we stay connected. So with that, Mike, I really appreciate you coming on here. I'm excited to get to work with you, bro. Obviously, you got a phenomenal story, and you got some big things going on. But that's that. I want to introduce you guys to the other man of the hour right now, a good buddy of mine that I was telling you about, Ian Publiones. He's also a 21-year-old kid out there in South Florida. Ian just hit the rank of presidential like myself, making over a 6-figure income in this company. Ian, in my opinion, he's got to be one of the hardest workers in the entire YPR. His work ethic is unreal. His knowledge is unreal, and I really do believe he's one of the best leaders in this entire company. So, Ian, I know he's got some great content for you. He's got about 8 to 10 minutes of some phenomenal content lined up for you. So if I were you, I would listen in, okay, and make sure you take some notes because he's got some great stuff for you. So with that, Ian, did you make it on the call with us tonight, man?
I did make it on the call. Harry, what is happening, bro?
Everything's happening, dude. Sunday Night Leadership. What else can you ask for?
Let's go, baby. Well, yo, Harry, dude, appreciate you having me on here, guys. I'm fired up. I'm excited. I want to give a shout-out to my boy Alex Rodriguez out there in Tampa. One of the best kids in the business, also one of the best-looking kids in the business. He asked me for that shout-out. But, guys, I'm excited to be with you, man. It's day 3. in my body cleanse. A lot of momentum happening in the business, guys. And me and Harry were coming together. We had a call actually a couple of days ago, about a 2.5-hour phone call at night, swapping some great ideas, some really good masterminding. We wanted to share with you guys these concepts and understand, the bread and butter of the business is the basics, the list, the invite, the presentation, guys. But this is the next level stuff, the mindset stuff, the leadership stuff. How can you get to the next level, guys? So I'm gonna go over your mindset, the law of attraction, kind of how that works on a very basic level. I'm gonna go over goal setting, building a team. I'm gonna go over personal development, the skills that it takes. I'm gonna go over how to throw down. I'm gonna go over kind of just like the mentality you gotta have through the ups and the downs. Well, guys, first thing, I'm gonna take out a pen, take out a paper, write some stuff down. The first thing I want to talk about, guys, is the law of attraction. Obviously, I'm not an expert on this topic. I would encourage you after this, form your own opinion on this topic. Go out there, educate yourself, but understand this: it works. One thing that always raises my belief is it's not the theory of attraction. It's not maybe it'll work. It's a law of attraction, meaning it's a law. Got a text from A-Rod, but it's a law of attraction, meaning it works every single time, guys. Quick story about myself is when I first enrolled, you can ask Harry, our belief was sky high. Maybe we were ignorant, but I thought I was gonna be royal in like 8 months. Dude, we were like, it was crazy. And because of that, we added 1,000 orders in 6 months, 100% roll trade, 2-packs. Because of that. And then, guys, my personal story was I moved back home with my parents at Platinum in 4 months, and my parents were kind of negative towards the business. Oh, Ian, did your business crash yet? Oh, that never works. All these negative things and these thoughts were messing me up. Stuck at Platinum for 5 months. It was until I was able to get out of that through personal development, changing my mindset, went from Platinum to executive, and then when I moved into a new house with Adam Wenig, great vibes, I went from exec to presidential. So I can tell you, man. And then honestly, when I hit presidential, I stopped focusing on what I wanted. I stopped using the law of attraction and kind of it works just as it works. It can also work against you, guys. So how it works? Number one, you got to understand thoughts are physical things. You guys hear before? Can you feel someone's vibe? Thoughts are physical things, dude. It's absolutely crazy. You can feel people's energy. I live with Adam Wenig, has this aura around him. The most successful people, they always have this great high energy, great aura, and you always want to be around them. They have a magnetic personality. So you got to understand thoughts are things. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you're putting out will come back. Negative, positive, whatever it is, dude. Myself and Harry, in our first few weeks in the business, we had a piece of paper that says, mine was, I wanted to hit diamond and hit, a Mercedes-Benz. Harry's like, I want to hit a Beamer. I stare at that thing every single day and visualize myself getting that, and we got it, dude. It's absolutely crazy. What you put out is what you get, dude. It's really, really crazy. So, here's how you make it work for you. Number one, what do you want? A lot of people don't get what they want because they don't know what they want. So what do you want? What goal do you want to hit? What's the feeling you want to get from that goal? Now, when you think about that, how do you feel? A lot of people think about their goal and it makes them feel shitty. It makes them feel doubt or fear. They don't think they can do that. You got to feel positive and exciting about it. And here's the key: you want to get into a place where you can feel as if you've already had that, and a positive anticipation. Bro, I don't know about Harry, but dude, before when I was going for presidential, I visualized and saw myself every day speaking on stage, and I'll get up there and I feel my heart beating and feel the chills, and I'll get that feeling down, dude. Me and Harry went to Vegas 2 years ago. We're like, dude, we're gonna be on stage, and we locked in that feeling. It's absolutely crazy how it works. So how do you feel about your goal? When you set your goal, how do you feel about it, guys? And the desire level obviously has to be there. Think and Grow Rich says faith, meaning like belief, faith, and desire mixed together is magical. You can move mountains with those two things, faith and desire. So how do you feel when you think about it, guys? And here's how I think the law of attraction works. When you set a goal in your mind, consistently, your feelings will direct you to achieve that. So if you feel shitty one day, if I don't do calls, I'm not taking action, I feel shitty. And it's basically, the universe telling me, you're not on track towards that goal. You're off track of where you want to go. After I smash an event, after I do a call, I'm jacked up. I'm feeling amazing. I feel really, really good. That means I'm on track. So write this down. Nothing is more important than feeling good. That means your thoughts are good. That means you're attracting good in your life. Feeling good. So, so important. Some of you guys might have studied Tony Robbins. Guy's almost a billionaire. Just amazing, amazing human being, guys. He talks about getting in state. That state controls your life. What state means? How you feel. Getting in good state, you can change that. He makes them feel like shit. He gets in state. I got in state before this call, and you're feeling good. You're able, dude, to do so much. So get in state. Feel good. Whatever makes you feel good. If you saw what we do in this house, it is the craziest shit, dude. We wake up in the morning. yell at the top of our lungs, bang our chest. We do this crazy shit to get to start our days off positively and catch positive momentum. Another thing, guys, is you gotta understand this. You can control your reality. You can create whatever you want. A lot of it's not physical things you're gonna see, but you can 100% create reality. I know what a lot of guys are thinking. You're thinking, oh, that's bullshit. You know, he's just saying that. You know, guys, check this out, dude. Take advice from the people that are getting the results. It's not something that's just theory. I've done that to get to presidential. Adam's done that to get a star ambassador. I had Brad here at a week. You know, Brad was at our house last week. He's done these things to get to this ranks. It's not bullshit. So you can create your own reality. Understand this. Negative, a negative mindset kills you. It is detrimental to your business. I would say about 70% of people that come into Vemma never make a list or do more than 1 or 2 calls. The other 25%, they're so negative and they have no belief that it's impossible for them to even attract success. They have this negative energy about them, dude. Always no belief. They're always negative about things, guys. And the other 5%, it's just positive and they follow the system. That's a 5%, dude, that has the massive success. So block out the negatives, guys. Doubt and fear kills you. Think about your goal as if you already have achieved it. Adam was visualizing when we first got into the house about the Aston Martin. He's like, dude, I got the Aston Martin. He has it, dude. Think about your goal as if you already achieved it. How would you act as a diamond? How would you act as a platinum? How would you feel? How do you talk to people? Do that and you'll attract that in your life. So guys, that's the basis of it. A few books I'd recommend on that. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Produced over 113 million millionaires. Another number 2, a book called The Magic of Thinking Big. Really good book. And guys, number 3, there's an audio. It's on YouTube. It's called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. Really, really powerful, guys. So check out those 3 things. Form your own opinion on that, guys. Number 2, I want to talk about, the importance of building a team. So guys, I think that's what separates the men from the boys in network marketing is duplication. How effectively can you build a team? So guys, I think when you have a couple guys in your business and your business starts duplicating, it's really, really important that you get down to the newest person in your business, you build a relationship, and you get everybody coming together. And write this quote down. When 2 or more agree on a common goal, nothing becomes impossible. When 3 or more, it's even more powerful. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it becomes so freaking powerful. It's like magnetic. It's like 10 batteries instead of 1. So when 2 or more come together on a common goal, nothing's impossible. If it's me and Harry doing a one-on-one, we have so much more power to influence that person. So build a team. Have everybody coming together for a common goal. Have a crusade, dude. Our crusade in Vemma, it's like, dude, we want to be great, dude. We don't want to, I'm not here to bash jobs. We don't want to, work for somebody else our entire life. We want to change the freaking world. That's our crusade. We have everyone coming together on a common goal. It's powerful. So build a team, build a family, care about your people, dude. Treat your team in Vemma like their family, dude. When we first started building this thing, if you're on our team, it's like, dude, you're in family. It's like a verb eternity. It's family, dude. So create that family. Number 3, I want to talk about personal development, guys. So you got to understand this, dude. Your income in Vemma will always, always match your skill level. Always. Now, guys, there's 2 skills I want to talk about. Number 1, the art and the science of the business. The art is how do you deal with people? Are you friendly? How's your attitude? How's your energy, dude? The science is how effectively can you invite? How effectively can you throw down? How effectively can you run a home event, guys? The art and the science. Your income will always be capped at those 2. I think the art, guys, you got to be somebody that people want to be around. You got to always lift up your team. Make people feel good. Make people feel important, guys. I know people that know everything about network marketing, but they're dickheads, bro. Nobody wants to work with them. They put down their team. They call the people on their team their managers. Nobody wants to work for those people. And then there's people that are friendly, they're charismatic, they know everybody, they're popular, but they don't know how to give a presentation, don't know how to invite, don't know the science of the business. So work on both of those, bro, the art and the science of the business. I know for me, if I want to push more product, I'm on a diet, dude. I'm on a body cleanse right now. I'm trying to drop 15 pounds. That's the art of the business. The science is how to get better in my presentation. So it's both parts, guys. This is a business where it's an attraction business. Brad Alcazan was telling me the other day, he's like, bro, you can't influence people unless you have what they want, dude. Doesn't matter if you know the business, doesn't matter if you're making a lot of money. If you do not have what those prospects want or your team wants, you can't influence that person. So build up yourself as a person and the science of the business, guys. And here's the science of the business. Number 1, you come into the business, if you can invite effectively and you have some respect with your friends, and you get them on calls with an upline, you're going to have success. You're going to go bronze, silver easily. If you can teach the invite and teach people to use their uplines, you're going to go gold or diamond, or probably gold. But guys, there's next level of skills on what you got to do to get to that next level of leadership. I think number one, is when you're able to start telling the Vemma story. You can start telling your story about the business, guys. I remember, when I hit silver in the business, Harry's busy on calls. Adam's busy on calls. I had to step up and do my own calls, guys. And when I was new, I wasn't focused on really, saying the right thing at the right time. I was excited, guys. I was enthusiastic about the business. I'm telling you, when you're new and you're trying to get people excited about it, you got to be excited about it, bro. You cannot give something you don't have yourself. Be enthusiastic about it, guys. The breakdown of how I break down Vemma is ideally I want to have my prospects and my friends, watch some CDs, watch a video, watch some tools, guys. But if not, it's very simple. I talk about number one. Why is this business working? Why the business? Number one. Number two, I talk about the Vemma story, what we're doing. They came out with Vemma, built it to 100 million. They saw a niche in the marketplace where $12.5 billion worth of energy drinks were being consumed by young people every single year. So they came out with Verve, the healthiest energy drink, getting a lot of recognition right now with Dr. Oz, the Phoenix Suns. I go over the credibility. And then I talk about why it's not sold in stores. I talk about how big can this movement get, guys. There's 4,200 colleges with an average of 12,000 kids per school. That's 50 million college kids. 50 million kids that spend money on Red Bull, Rockstar, Monster, Gatorade, Powerade, shit that's not even good for you every single day. Talk about how it's a transfer of dollars. I share my story and I break down the numbers. A very, very light presentation. If you want that outline, I'll send it to you after the call. Learn that story, guys. Anybody can learn it. Start growing, start reading every single day. And guys, the last thing I want to talk about, I know I've been all over the place. The last thing I want to talk about is you got to have rhino thick skin. You cannot give a shit about what anybody thinks about you. I promise you that, dude. The more success you have in the business, the more people are going to be on your pant like dragging you down, bro, hating on what you're doing. I promise you that. You cannot care what anybody else thinks about you, dude. That is so, so important, guys. So I developed that rhino thick skin, guys. In closing, feel good, be positive, be enthusiastic, build a team, grow your mind, grow yourself, practice the presentation, guys. Understand, dude, it is so freaking worth it long term. Besides all this stuff, guys, this company is about to get massive. We're growing so much in the company, from young people, selling energy drinks to a young professional movement. It is about to get nuts, bro. And understand, dude, buckle the seatbelt in the next 36 months. This company will go from 220 million into the multiple billions. We're gonna make it happen, dude. And if you're in the company now, like right now, like today, dude, you have the opportunity to cash out on that growth, guys. So with that said, it's been a privilege to be on here. I know I probably went past my time, but Harry, do you think you should have me on here, bro? Appreciate it.
Thanks for getting on, Ian. Always got some great stuff to say. So I'm going to just make this short and sweet. I hope you guys got something from Ian. I know I did. I'm actually taking notes as well. I pulled 2 things from Ian right there. So I'll tell you what, man, if I'm learning something from the kid I've been with since day one, I bet you guys could probably learn something as well. But I want to talk about just a quick thing, and it's something that's very, very important. I just did a whole training on this about a half an hour ago. And it's the power of why, okay? It's the power of why. So first and foremost, guys, you got to understand that this business is nothing but a mindset. The mindset is everything. The quicker you can get somebody to make that transition from employee to entrepreneur, right, or from failure to success, the quicker they're going to become successful. It's all a mindset. So at Tony Robbins, if you guys ever have the chance to go to one of his seminars, go. It'll be one of the most life-changing experiences you ever go to. But he said life in general, and I apply it straight to Vemma, straight to the business. But this business, guys, is 80% psychology, 20% actual mechanics, right? So many people are focused on, well, how do I do this? And how do I say that? And how do I go about this? And how do I do this? And how do I do a home event? And how do I do a call? And that's all important stuff. And myself and Ian, some of the other leaders will be here to teach you that. But the most important part is getting your head right. If you get your head right and you're thinking right, and like Ian said, you learn how to just not care what other people think about you, everything else falls into place. I'm not saying not to care about other people. This is a business where you have to care about other people. I'm saying if you want to grow into a successful entrepreneur, okay, if you want to grow into something great, you cannot get there letting the opinions of small-minded people affect you. Guys, Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs, they would not be where they're at if they let the opinions of other people affect them. Dude, what was Steve Jobs doing? Dude, he was sitting in a garage making a computer, a garage. And what did all of his friends tell him? Yo, this guy's freaking lost it. He has no idea what he's talking about. He's crazy. It's never going to work. And a lot of his friends started hating on him, pulling on his pant leg, and they tried to bring him down. Now, if Steve Jobs let that affect him, he said, you know what, you're right. What am I doing building a computer in my garage? That's never going to work. I would not be sitting on a MacBook right now. Nobody would have an iPhone right now. It's the same thing with Zuckerberg, right? So you got to grow in to the goals that you want. You got to grow in to the rank that you want, right? Tom Alkazen, he is probably one of the nicest, most genuine people anybody's ever talked to if you've ever had the chance to meet him. But do you think Tom cares about what other people tell him? They say, oh, Tom, that business is a scam. Or, oh, Tom, you're just preying on young people. He says, I don't care what you have to say. I have changed the lives of thousands of young kids all over the country, and that's it. That's all there is to it. So you must grow, guys. You must grow in order for your business to grow. Your business will never be bigger than you, ever. The income you're making and the rank that you're at is a direct reflection of how much value you're able to provide, right? In a job, your income is determined by what your boss tells you. Okay? In this business, your income is determined by how much value and how much content you can provide. The second you stop growing is the second your business stops growing. You must grow as a person in order for your business to grow. One of the great philosophers, Jim Rohn, he said that in order to pull somebody up, you must first be on higher ground. So the point of what I'm trying to say, guys, is that the why, okay? The why is so important. The psychology, the mindset, the personal development, the not caring about what other people think, this all circulates around the power of a strong why. Your why is everything. I ask people all the time, I say, why are you doing this business? Why are you doing Vemma? What is it that you want to get out of Vemma in the next 5 or 10 years that you don't think you could otherwise get out of a 9-to-5 job? And most people's first response, the first thing that comes out of their mouth, why are you doing Vemma? They say, They don't know. They don't know, guys. So you got to know where you're going. Okay? If you want to set up a game plan, a procedure, or the steps to figure this thing out, to figure out Vemma, you got to know where you're going first, right? You can't show other people how to get somewhere if you don't know where you're going as well, right? So people will join Vemma, they'll talk about these big dreams, but they don't actually have a vision on where they're going. How can I show you how to accomplish your dream? How can Ian teach you how to accomplish your dream or accomplish your goal if you don't know where you want to go? You got to have a crystal clear vision of where you're going. And the other reason the why is such a powerful driving force, right? Maybe you've heard it. Willpower will take you far, but why power will take you anywhere. So what happens is when people don't have an emotional investment into their end result, right? Maybe it's they want to retire mom and dad. Maybe it's they just want to have time and financial freedom. For me, dude, I want to spread my love of the ocean, the water, nature, and fishing. I want to spread that to as many people as possible. I'm going to create a guide service, a charter boat where people that otherwise would never have the means or the money to go out on a boat or go experience something like that can do that, because I'm going to do it as my philanthropy. It's not going to be something that I need to do to make money. And that's what drives me, right? You got to have momentum to take you through this business. So when the going gets tough, you don't quit, right? Maybe you guys have heard it. It's a Bible verse, right? When there is no vision, the people will perish, right? So when the going gets tough, if you don't have something that's driving you, if you don't have something to look forward to, when the going gets tough, that's when most people quit. So the point of this call tonight is to build leadership, okay? Leadership. So here's the difference, guys. Leaders inspire people. Leaders are visionaries. But how? How are you going to inspire somebody else on their dream? Or how are you going to inspire somebody else on the big picture if you don't even know where you're going, right? It's like Tom Alkazen says. He says, you can't teach what you don't know, and you can't lead where you won't go. Ask this question. Would you ever get in the passenger seat of a car with a blind man driving? Absolutely not. So why, as somebody new in the business, why would somebody follow you if you have no clue where you're going? A great audio or a video that I would really recommend to everybody to listen to. It's called The Golden Circle by Simon Sinek. The Golden Circle by Simon Sinek. His name is Simon Sinek. Okay, but in that video, it's one of my favorite videos I've ever watched. He said that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. But if you don't know where you're going, and you don't know why you do something, and that's the drive that inspires other people, how are you ever going to lead a group of people? How are you going to inspire others or sell people on your product or get them to join your business or whatever it may be if you have no vision? So going back to when Ian and I were starting in the beginning, I mean, Ian and I at the rank of bronze and silver, we were throwing our own training calls. We were handling our own three-way phone calls. We weren't making any money. We didn't really have any credibility to go into it. But why did people listen to us? People still listen to us when we weren't making any money. Why did people follow us when we weren't making any money? It's because we had a vision, we had a dream, and we were so crystal clear on it, and our conviction of attaining that was through the roof. You gotta have a vision. You gotta know where you're going so you know the proper steps to take to get there, guys. So here's what I want everybody to do. Okay, from this call, I want to leave you with something. I want to leave you guys off with something so you can grow from it. Number one, I want you to listen to that audio or that video, excuse me, The Golden Circle. I want you to watch that video every single night for 1 week. And after you listen to that video or watch that video for the first time, I want you to open up to a blank piece of paper. Blank piece of paper. Don't title it. Don't write anything on it. Don't worry about anything. I just want you to open up to a blank piece of paper. After you watch that video, put your pen down and start writing. Start writing. Why? What do you want your life to look like? Why do you want to be there? What kind of house do you want to live in? What kind of car do you want to drive? What do you want to do down the road? And after every time you write down something, I want a Ferrari. Ask the question why. I want to live in a big house. Why? Do you want it just because it looks cool? Or do you want that Ferrari because it makes you feel accomplished and you crave that accomplishing feeling? Okay? I want you to write down that why, and I want you to write. Just put your pen down and start writing. This is one of the most beneficial things I ever did in the beginning of my business. Tom Alkazen and his system, the Roadmap to Success, that's the first thing he has people do is write down their dream. And the reason being, guys, I want you to go back to it when you were a little kid, when you were young, when you were in kindergarten and preschool, whatever it may be. As we were dreaming. We had an imagination that could take us anywhere. Right? I want to be an astronaut, and I want to be a pro baseball player, and I want to be a pro football player. And what did everybody tell you? Absolutely. Hell yeah. And you can do that because we're human beings. We're God's highest form of creation. You can do whatever the hell it is that you want. And then what happened? You got stuck in the system. You got stuck in the system. And they don't teach you how to think in school. They think for you. Now, I'm not here to bash on education. I'm a huge believer in education, but they don't teach you how to dream. They don't teach you how to go after your goals. They say show up on time, take directions, and that's it. And you'll go get a job, and what are you going to do? You're going to show up on time and take directions. So understand that right now you have a platter in front of you, guys. You literally have an opportunity in front of you to accomplish whatever the hell it is that you want. I hate saying it because it's cliche, but in this business, the sky truly is the limit. It's the limit. There is no limit. So start dreaming. Why? Why do you want to do this? How do you want to live? What kind of house do you want to live in? And that why, when you get emotionally attached and emotionally involved in the why, that is what is going to drive you through. If you have a why that you are so set on, that you are so emotionally attached and emotionally involved in, when the going gets tough, you don't give a shit. You say, no, I don't care how many people I have to talk to, how many calls I get on, how many people are going to tell me no, how hard it is, or how long it's going to take. I don't care because I will not sleep and I will not die until I accomplish that. That's the kind of emotional attachment you have, right? What do a lot of people say? They say, oh, I want to make a lot of money. Duh. Everybody wants to make a lot of money. I want to drive a nice car. Duh. Everybody wants to drive a nice car. So I'm going to leave you guys with these two questions, and if you take my advice and you listen or watch The Golden Circle, it's straight from that, okay? But it's number one, why do you get out of the bed in the morning? I think that's something that people struggle with is they don't wake up with a purpose. They don't wake up with a drive. Like, why do I wake up at 8 a.m. in the morning? Why? Because I got shit to do. I've got a dream and a goal that I'm going to accomplish, and it's not going to do it on its own. Okay, so one, why do you get out of the bed in the morning? And that's the question that a lot of people can answer. But it's the second question that a lot of people can't. So it's one, why do you get out of the bed in the morning? And two, why the hell should anybody care? Oh, I want to drive a Ferrari. Great. That's what gets you out of bed in the morning. That's awesome. I respect that. But why should anybody care? That's the part that a lot of people struggle with answering. Well, I want a Ferrari. Great. Well, the reason that you should care is because the only way I'm going to get that Ferrari is to first help every single one of my friends in this business accomplish their why, accomplish their dream. Because that's how this thing works. I can't get to where I want to go. I can't fulfill my why until I help you fulfill yours. And the last part about that is when you can reach down to that newest person, when you can build a real connection and a real relationship with these people, with that newest person, and you get into their why, you get into their dreams, and you find out what it is that's driving them, you've now built a deeper emotional connection to this person. And instead of just giving them some cookie cutter response, all right, let's make a list, let's invite, let's go to a presentation and get excited, well, maybe they lose a little bit of motivation. Maybe they slow down a little bit. Maybe they're struggling. Well, you have that bond with them. It's like, Ian, dude, I know it's tough right now. I never said this was going to be easy. But, man, I want you to think, like, how bad do you really want to retire mom and dad? Because you almost created tears when I asked you what you wanted and we dug into it. How bad do you want that? Well, I want it more than anything. And the more you get emotionally attached to them, the more they become emotionally attached to you, and you guys build this why together. And you link arms and you say, well, dude, the only way I'm going to get to where I want to go is to help you where you want to go, and vice versa. And that, guys, that is the power of the why. You got to know why you're doing this and what you want before you can get there. You got to know where you're going before you can help others go there, right? We're here to change people's lives, but how are you going to lead somebody if you don't even know where you're going? All right, so that's it for me. Ian, if you got anything to add, please do. But that pretty much wraps up the call for tonight. Just know, guys, that this Google Hangouts, this is a Google Hangouts on air. Every single one of these calls gets downloaded directly to YouTube. So I know there's a lot of content coming out of this. I know we gave you a lot of information. If you want to rewatch it, just type it into Google, Sunday Night Skills Leadership, and it'll come up. And so just so you guys know, so you can start marking your calendars, every Friday morning, okay, at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, every Friday morning, either myself, Ian, Adam, or another elite on the team, we host a Friday morning quick start training call. And we've done them 3 times now. We're going to stick with these because they're getting really, really, really good. It's a very great training call to plug the newest person into in that Bronze in 7 days. So make sure you guys, 1, get on them, and 2, promote those Friday morning training calls going on, like I said, 9 a.m. Pacific and noon Pacific time. And also mark your calendars. Myself and Ian, we're going to be hosting a Sunday Night Skills call on Google Hangouts every single Sunday night at the same time, and we're going to be going over different topics every single time. Tonight we did leadership. Another night we're going to go over how to give an effective presentation. Another one, how to build team culture. Another one, the importance of personal development. Follow-ups, guys. We have so much topic and so much content to give with you guys. Make sure you, 1, get plugged into these calls on Sunday nights, and 2, if you liked what you heard, you learned something, or you got some value out of this, guys, get this out to the new people. Get this out to your team. Post it on your Facebook groups. Text it out. It's so simple to get on. You click a link, and there you go. You have us lifetime. So with that, that's it for me. I really appreciate you all getting on. I know your guys' time is valuable, but I'm excited. Tomorrow's Monday. It's a fresh week. Let's rock this out this week, and let's push through and finish out with a strong rank advancement period. Looking forward to meeting some new people, and I will see you guys on Friday morning and also next Sunday. You guys have a good night.